The cold reality hits the Bengals and Joe Burrow right in the face. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. Here on Sunday afternoon, the Bengals turn the ball over 3 times and lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers 44-38. It was a game really that featured sloppy tackling and sometimes no tackling at all. The Bengals defense was horrid here on Sunday. They gave up 514 yards to a bottom third offensive team in the National Football League and did so in front of 66,000 here on their home turf of Paycor Stadium. It was not a good performance by the Bengals on the defensive side of the ball, but Joe Burrow did get strip sacked twice. One of those was scooped and scored by Peyton Wilson of the Steelers for a touchdown in the fourth quarter. That gave the Steelers at the time a 10-point lead. The Bengals made a couple of runs in the fourth quarter, but never did it amount to much at all. The Bengals had a chance late in this game with about 2 minutes remaining to recover an onside kick. They could not, and again, they fall to the Pittsburgh Steelers 44-38. After the game, the cold reality of it all seemed to really hit with Joe Burrow. He was very matter-of-fact in his description of what the playoff chances are for the Bengals. As a matter of fact, I asked him about that, and he said the playoffs are the furthest thing from his mind. Right now, it's all about finishing the season, the final 5 games of the year, the right way. He says players know that they're playing for other GMs and other scouts around the National Football League. It was a bit of hard reality, a dose of reality for a lot of players on the Bengals who may not be here after the 2024 season. Obviously, there was a lot of disappointment, has been a lot of disappointment in this season. Mike Hilton, I asked him about being 4-8 and how stunning that was, and he said it's pretty crappy because we're a better team than our record shows. Now, a lot of people may debate that because you are what your record says you are in the National Football League, but the Bengals fall here on Sunday afternoon for a number of different reasons. But again, the poor tackling is what's going to stand out to a lot of fans. Jermaine Pratt said he didn't think it was a matter of poor tackling in this game. He said Russell Wilson got the ball out fast. Well, Russell Wilson did. Give him credit. He passed for 414 yards on 29 of 38 passing, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. That interception was the first score of the game, a pick 6 of 51 yards by Cam Taylor-Britt, but that was really the only defensive highlight for the Bengals. Joseph Osai also blocked a field goal attempt in this game, but again, not enough of those big plays on special teams and certainly on defense to make up for the fact that the Bengals score 38 points for the second time this year in a game here at Paycor Stadium and walk away losers. Of course, they lost 41-38 in overtime to the Baltimore Ravens, another AFC North Division rival, and another missed opportunity back then. History has a strange way of repeating itself for these 2024 Bengals. At 4-8, you can talk all you want about running the table and maybe finishing 9-8, but there's nothing that leads anyone to believe, especially the way the Bengals were talking after the game. They realize what's ahead of them, and Joe Burrow is going to say that he loves playing for the city of Cincinnati, loves playing for his teammates, which he did. He said that, but it's not going to matter in the end because, again, the Bengals cannot find a way to finish and win a 1-score game. That was the case here on Sunday afternoon against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next week, it's the Dallas Cowboys on Monday night at AT&T Stadium. We'll be there, of course, providing you coverage. We'll also have the Jungle Roar Skinny Bengals postgame pod coming right up on the Jungle Roar YouTube page, youtube.com/@JungleRoarPod. You can follow me on the X at Trags, Trags, and as always on CLNS Cincy with a Y.com. Final again, the Steelers 44 and the Bengals 38. Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.